Hello and happy day whenever you're watching this morning or evening. It doesn't really matter. It can be daily intention, setting, reading, and getting your head straight, your mind straight, being mindful and being more conscious as you lead your way through your day. Because otherwise, we can let other people's shit come in and we end up living more of their lives than our own lives. And you don't want to do that. Okay, the card I'm pulling today is that I pulled today is the Queen of Swords. I love this image. Love this image. And what it says, the little affirmation is, I speak my existence into being with wisdom and clarity. I love that. And the reading we're going to do today is something a little different. I'm going to do some very powerful statements. I'm going to read them. You're going to like say them to yourself and you're going to feel how powerful they are. So that's coming up too. But let's talk about this card. I speak my existence into being with wisdom and clarity. So we actually can speak our life into being. We get to choose who we are in any moment. And thank God for this. Women 50 plus or even 40 plus, we were not raised knowing this. We were not raised understanding, or no one would have said this to us. We just thought the life we had was a life we're going to have forever. We are who we are. There's nothing we can do. I can't teach an old dog new tricks. People don't change. All of these kind of things, right? Or we just didn't believe it was possible. Like we were living so 3D, so limited growing up. Although it was fun growing up in the 70s, let's just say. And now we really get to choose to be different. And you may have tried this. I know us girls when we used to go to the bars when we were young, we used to pretend we were different people, different personas. We'd have these different names. We'd have these amazing careers, right? We used to just pretend we were someone else. Or when you go on a holiday, have you ever done that? Say, okay, I'm really shy at home, but when I go on my holiday, I'm going to be open. I'm going to talk to people. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to try new things, right? We think, okay, I really want to be different, so I'm just going to be different. You can do that in any moment, any day, the next hour, right now, in this next very minute, which is so cool. The thing is, we tend to slide back to who we were, but it's called like working with your identity, shifting or changing identities, which is one of my favorite topics and things to work on. But we really do, because there may be things about us. I mean, we are really who we are because of how we were raised, the conditioning, the programming, what people said to us. Because when we're in a little baby born, we're so pure, right? We don't have any type of developed personality. We don't have any judgments, nothing like that. We're just a pure soul. So this is all brought on to us. So knowing that really is like, that's who am I really? I am a product of other people's thoughts, of other people's beliefs. So especially when we get to midlife, this age, we're like, oh my God, like it's like this whole search for who we are. And I started that really young, right? Trying to understand that. But there's not one specific thing, because we can change at any time. We can choose to be who we want to be, in other words. And so really think about playing with that, right? Like, oh, I used to think I was so masculine. And I know I think because my thoughts were more that way. I was not feminine or soft. You know what I mean? I may look feminine on the outside, but I was not real feminine and soft. I was somebody who's not afraid to speak her mind. I'm somebody who will swear. I'm somebody who doesn't even try to be super feminine, right? Like I'd rather wear jeans than wear a dress and all these kinds of things. But it's just who I am. But I always sometimes thought, oh my God, like, I should be more feminine. I need to be. This is what in the past, right? When I wasn't fully accepting myself, I was always thinking about, what do I need to be? Who do I need to be? Like all of these things. And that's just something we go through, but really we can choose to be. I don't know where that was going. Okay, we really can choose who we are in the next moment and choose to change, choose to shift, choose to become more of how we really see ourselves or want to see ourselves as being, and want to express, right? The type of person like when you were younger, you probably imagined yourself at a certain age. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be like this. I did anyways, right? I'm going to be like this type of a person. It's going to be so cool. right? So we can still step into that. It's never too late. All right, that is really the message. It goes into other things, but there's some questions that are good too for this. It's like, what truth needs to be spoken, right? So we get to also speak from a place of who we really are inside. Who am I really, and what do I really want to say? Instead of being afraid, if I say this, I'm going to be judged. If I say this, people are going to think bad of me. If I say this, my mom's going to get pissed off. If I say this, my sisters will never talk to me. If I say, and I mean, it's not like you're going to go out and be mean. I'm not saying that, but it's like, what are you embarrassed to say, right? What are you like? Maybe you believe something that many people believe, and you're like, oh, I could never tell people that. But if it's really part of who you are and true to who you are and a real interest of yours, you need to be expressing it, right? The Queen of Swords can represent independence and not needing approval from others. Kind of always been like that. This can be healthy, but in excess, it can be a defense mechanism that hides insecurities. That's a whole other video because that was me. The rebel is my defense mechanism. But anyways, so it's just about getting to know, like, how am I expressing myself? How do I want to express myself? How do I really want to be during the day, right? Want to be as a person, because I know that feels more like me. Right now, I'm kind of acting like this other person because explore that. All right, let's go to those statements. Now, these are some I choose statements. So I'm going to read them. And how I love these, because instead of saying I need to do this, I should be doing that. When you say I choose, you are putting the power back on you. You decide how you want things to be. I want you to write out some I choose statements after you listen to these. These ones have to do with health, wellness, but you can write them on anything. Okay. Put your hand on your heart. Close your eyes if you want. Sit up tall, sit up straight, take some deep breaths, relax into your body. Feel these statements. And like I said, they may relate to you or not, but like I said, you will get the idea and then you can do your own. Okay, let's go. I choose to feed and fuel my body so that it functions at its best. I choose to know that my cells need nourishment and that it comes from foods. I choose to focus on health and wellness in all areas of my life. I choose to trust my body that I get to feed and nourish it with healthy foods. I choose to believe that my body can come into a better balance and I get to listen to what it needs. I choose to honor my body by eating healthy foods. I choose to trust the process and never give up on myself. I choose to love myself and my body exactly as it is. I choose to do what it takes for me to feel and look the way I desire. I choose to take the action that feels best for me. I know that I can trust myself to do the right thing. I choose to know that my body is very wise and speaks to me. I choose to listen to it. I choose to feel and be empowered and not powerless. I am empowered. All right. So that's reading for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I love those statements. Make some of your own. Go back to this, write them down, stop it and write them down if they really feel good to you. It's very powerful. All right. Start speaking into your reality. What do you want to create? How do you want to be? How do you want to experience life? How do you want to live your life? How do you want to feel when you're living your life? All right. Have an absolutely amazing day or night. Give me a like, give me a love. Feel free to share this, all of that. Thanks for being here. Bye.